Now I want to talk about whataboutism. See, the people on the left, the news media, and the people who don't want you to talk about what's happening to Donald Trump don't want you to use whataboutism. But whataboutism explains everything that's happening right now in this country. You see, it's the most important tool you have, and it is whataboutism, because what they're doing is all about whataboutism. See, Jack Smith made a statement today. He also came out with the new charges against President Trump, and it all has to do with January 6th, and they call it with all these BS crimes, conspiracy crimes, conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction, and all this other conspiracy charges that they want to charge. So where's the whataboutism? Well, let's go back. Let's rewind back, not just to the summer of 2020. Forget about that. Forget about how leftists destroyed the whole country. We're not even going to talk about that. We're going to talk about May 29th, and I believe the year was 2020. That was when President Trump had to go down to the bunker in the White House because leftists who were being cheered on by American politicians were threatening to storm the White House, and they were so fearful that they had to put President Trump in a bunker. That's right. The President of the United States was under attack, possibly his life threatened, and they put him in a bunker while Democrats and rhinos cheered and pushed this mess and hoped that he was injured. But yet, not one person was charged. Not one politician was charged. That, my friend, is whataboutism. Now let's talk about how they're going to charge President Trump for not saying the election of 2020 was legit. They're trying to use that to say that he also is responsible for election interference because he consistently said the election in 2020 was taken from him. Of course, we all know, and anyone who follows understands what happened in 2020 by now. But we're going to talk about whataboutism. Well, the whataboutism is, do you all remember how Hillary Clinton, how she went on any TV channel she could find and talked about how President Trump stole the 2016 election, and then it was parroted consistently by other politicians on the left, rhinos, how was also parroted by all the news media outlets, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, but yet none of them have been charged with anything. Not one person has been charged with election interference, as they caused riots. If you look on the inauguration day, the left went and destroyed Washington, D.C. The politicians even went as far as they did in 2020 is help get these people out of jail. I didn't see Trump get anyone out of jail. All I did was hear him say, let's peacefully protest, let's respect law enforcement, and all the other stuff we now know that he said. But yet they want to charge him with crimes in regards to all this BS. Now let's not forget how people in the three-letter agencies illegally spied on President Trump, on people in his cabinet. They falsely arrested people in his cabinet. Yet nothing's been done. That's whataboutism. They're charging Trump with holding classified documents. What about when Hillary Clinton did it? What about when Barack Obama did it? What about when Joe Biden did it? What about when Mike Pence did it? Whataboutism. The crazy thing is, some of those people don't even have the right to have that classified information on them, but yet none of them were charged, but yet President Trump is charged. That's right, whataboutism. The reason why you want to use whataboutism is because, do we have a fair and equal justice system, or do we have a justice system that is just going after the leading candidate in the GOP for the presidency of the United States, that they're just going after their political opponent. So yeah, let's talk about whataboutism. Let's continue to talk about whataboutism when all these crybaby leftists go on and say, well, Trump committed all these crimes and he needs to pay. Well, what about all the other people in politics that have committed the same crimes and nothing's been done about it? Frankly, I remember when James Comey or Jim Comey or whatever his name is, came on national TV and said, when Hillary Clinton had all that classified info, she destroyed all those instruments that she had in those classified documents on her computers, her cell phones, totally destroyed them. He said, no normal district attorney or prosecutor would ever prosecute these crimes because there's never been any history of these crimes being prosecuted. Well, what happened? Suddenly now, they're going to prosecute him. Because the government of the United States is a sham. It's run by crooks. It's run by criminals. It's run by Marxists. It's run by rhinos. And all they care about is keeping their own personal power, enriching their families, and enriching their donors. And basically, they want to say to the American people, that's what they think of you. Anyway, that's my opinion on whataboutism. The next time one of these leftists or someone you know that has TDS says, maybe can't use whataboutism, try not to talk about Trump without bringing anyone else's name up. In fact, whataboutism is exactly what Jim Comey set the precedent for not going after Hillary Clinton, who in fact never had any authority to have not any classified documents. But yet, they didn't bring charges against her. And there you have it. We have a banana republic. We have criminals running the country. And their goal is Donald J. Trump and anyone who supports him. Anyway, thanks for watching.